watching clips, the best moments from our live streams every Monday and Friday. Don't miss out. Watchale. Like Sydney Sweeney. Is Sydney Sweeney an A-lister? What's an A-lister? What is an A-lister actor? An A-list actor refers to a highly recognized and bankable movie star, considered one of the top actors in Hollywood, meaning their name alone can attract large audiences to a film and is often associated with high box office success. Essentially, they are at the highest tier of fame within the acting industry. Um, so I think the large component of that is that they are bankable at the box office. There's a connection between their name, a large audience, and box office success. I don't think we can say that yet for Sydney Sweeney. And I like Sydney Sweeney. But if we're going with that definition, she is not an A-lister yet. I think she is a star in the making, and she's had the past, I would say, she's had a great year, but we really don't know her box office bankability yet. And if we were to base it on the movies that she's been in a bad flop. Madam Web, and she's been in then she did that one comedy with Glenn Powell, which made money. Now, you could give her props. She's part of that. So is Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell is starting to make his claim to being an A-lister. She came out with a horror film called Immaculate, which was terrible and flopped. So I wouldn't say I definitely don't say Ziegler's an A-lister either. And she's had her shots. Snow White is going to be her last shot as to being an A-lister. But given that description, who's an A-lister right now? Let's you know what? Let's put this up. And yes, guys, this is kind of a free-flowing slant today. I think, it's all good. Paste. Okay, let's add it. There you guys go. That is the definition of an A-lister. Who's an A-list actor, actress right now to you guys? I want to know. Tom Cruise. Absolutely. Absolutely. Proven. And he's had some missteps here and there. Like the last Mission Impossible didn't make as much money as they thought it would. It still made a lot of money. Johnny used to be there. I don't think he can pull in the big bucks anymore. Ryan Reynolds. Ooh, Ryan Reynolds. I mean, besides Deadpool, what else is there with Ryan Reynolds as far as bankable? Bankable. He's got the name. I'm talking about bank. Margot Robbie, A-lister que no? No. Actually, no, because up until Barbie, she had been in films where she was clearly the female lead, and she had several flops. I think Barbie has catapulted her back into the discussion, but now she needs like kind of a longevity of hits. Okay. Denzel, Russell Crowe. Denzel and Russell Crowe, I'm gonna say yes, but with a caveat that depending on the box office, depending on the budget of the film and the money made back. His Equalizer films, obviously Denzel, boom. But he's had some movies where no one went to watch. Same thing can be said about Russell Crowe, but they've showed a longevity of making money, of being bankable. And I think with Crowe though, he's come in, he was huge for a minute, and then he was like, you didn't hear from him at all for a long time. But now he's back. Sandra Bullock, excellent example. 100%. She is an A-lister. She continues to be an A-lister. She continues to put out hits. She'll have a flop here and there, but on the over the last, I'd say, almost 30 years now, probably since Speed and While You Were Sleeping, Sandra has given us hit after hit. Henry Cavill, Glenn Powell, no. Henry Cavill is not a box office bankable name. He's a bankable name in our circle. We love him. We know his potential, but his Superman movies did not do well, especially if you put him up against maybe like Aquaman or Wonder Woman. Glenn Powell's not proving it. He's been part of Top Gun, and now he has Twisters. He needs to keep proving himself. But I think if anyone's the next bankable A-lister, Glenn Powell for sure. Leo, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, REJ. Yes, no, no, no. Leo, yes, because Leo has come out with films from Revenant to his work with Scorsese, and they have made money. He's very bankable. Maybe not as much as it used to be, but the last 30 years, absolutely. It's kind of undeniable since Titanic. Then you can go through the decades. He keeps bringing out big hits. Matt Damon, he got Born Identities, but that's kind of really about it, man. Same thing with Ben Affleck. I think with Ben, we want him to be Batman. We want him to be Bruce Wayne, but he just was never given the right one. And as far as the last big box office hit, he was in a huge flop with Robert Rodriguez last year. That was one of the worst films of the year. RDJ is only as good as MCU. You take RDJ out and put him in other films, no one goes to watch them. I wish to, Richard. I wish to. I'm absolutely with you. Brad Pitt, no more. Brad Pitt and George Clooney used to be A-listers, bankable A-listers. He is a huge name still, and he produces. What he can do is he can get money. He can get movies funded now. He executive produces a lot of films, but his last movie, with George Clooney, like it didn't even make the theaters. Keanu, no, yes. Will Smith is an A-lister. He does films that make large amounts of money since the 90s. And again, he's had his ups and downs, but even his Bad Boys franchise, wow. The last two have made more. They've made more now than ever. Man, Daniel Day-Lewis, no. Daniel Day-Lewis, though, is probably one of the greatest actors of the last 40 years. That's just my opinion. In the last 40 years, he's one of the greatest actors. No, not Chris Pratt. You guys are mistaking actors that we like in our circles, right? And do good work that are actual bankable A-listers. And there's this is our definition of A-listers.